So I can see Chris raising his hand over there. We'll have to edit this out because he's raising his hand. He's got a question about the nightclub scene. Go for it, Chris.
So earlier you mentioned that, you know, on weekends you have to babysit people and they're knocking tables over and stuff like that. I know if I knock a table over at a bar in Los Angeles, I am going to get kicked out. So I'm just curious in Las Vegas, like even for somebody paying tens of thousands of dollars to hang out, where's the line on where you decide you no longer want their business?
Yeah, like when does management get called in and be like, hey, you're getting a little too touchy with the waitress, or, you know, hey, we clearly saw you doing cocaine on the back of the bar stool. Like, it's time for you to get the fuck out of here. Like, where's the line?
I think it comes down to the server and the busser's discretion. If they're continually tipping you, you're probably going to get away with a lot more. The nightclubs and the day clubs, they do have a hard policy on drug use. Yeah. Even if you go in and ask, hey, do you know where I can score some coke? We're required to report it to security, who will then kick you out of the club. Yep. And the reason why we do this is because some people are thinking, like, why would you report that if this person's tipping you hundreds of dollars? They do have secret shoppers in the clubs that come around and purposely ask for drugs and stuff. And if you don't report it, then they will report you. And there's like a whole like a punishment system.
Have you ever seen like a sting operation go down, like FBI's in one of these clubs trying to catch human traffickers, or is there undercover police or something like that?
Oh yeah, I mean we had the Trump family there once, and they're in Secret Service there. There's FBI people, there's undercovers, you don't really know. You can tell it sometimes. You see like the invisible like ear, the wire going into their ear. But a lot of these are all masked. There's a ton of theft that happens. There's somebody, I remember they were doing an iPhone theft ring where they would pickpocket people, and then they had like a chain of people that they'd hand the phone off to in the crowd. They found this person with 27 iPhones. They were wearing long johns underneath, their like compression pants under their jeans. And when they caught him, they found 27 iPhones one night.
Wow.
So there's all kinds of stuff that happens. But going back to the table service, usually I'll let somebody knock a table over once is okay. Second is frustrating because it takes 10 minutes to set it back up, especially if it's busy. But if they're continually drunk, then you'll either single the person out and then tell security.
Yeah.
And you also, as a busser, you'll have to talk with the server, make sure it's generally never the head of the table. If it is the head of the table that's being a nuisance, then usually you'll get the manager to come in and not security. Security is very threatening.
Right.
Right? And you don't want the head of the table to feel threatened, especially if they're hammered. So the manager will come in and just give like a sincere, because it's more presentable, I guess. Right. It's more approachable, right?
Got a dude in a suit instead of the scary guy in like all black security. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I have to imagine if I'm hosting a table and I'm just trying to have a good time, and like the server or the busboy comes up and is like, hey man, your buddy Rob's getting way out of control. Like, he just threw up in the fucking corner. Do you mind if we just like axe him from the club?
Yeah. Oh, if you throw up, it's automatic rejection out of the club.
Automatically gone. Okay, cool. So men, hold your booze. Like, run
Go in the bathroom.
Run to the bathroom. Find a way to get out of there.
But so the busser has discretion. If there's any sort of sexual harassment with the server, it's probably immediate rejection. Yeah, probably immediate. Some servers will put up with a lot of shit, but still to the degree if they feel violated, they get hands full of ass all the time, and most of them will put up with it. But there's also comes down to a personal standpoint,
right? Of course.
And I guess like how far did your hand go in, and like how did you look? What was the intention? Right. There's a lot more that goes into that. But the women generally results. If you fuck with them, you're generally done. Like no matter if you're the head of the table or not.
As it should be, right? Like you're not paying for a girlfriend. You're paying for bottle service and a DJ.
And some people get that mixed up. A lot of people get that mixed up.